I live with my girlfriend of over a year, but she's still married to her husband. Throw away because I don't want my partner to see this on my main. I, 23 female, think I need some clarity on my relationship. When I talk to close friends about my partner Brittany, 31 female, they try to warn me that she displays a lot of behavior that is toxic and manipulative. When I voice my concerns to Brittany, she gets mad and says they're just saying that because they hate her. They've never said that. It's been hard for me to cut it off because I care about her and we have good times too, but I feel like I just need some outside perspective from people who don't know us, so she can't say it's because my friends just don't like her. When we met, she told me that she was separating from her husband, Chad, before getting divorced. In our state, you must be legally separated for 1 year before you can file for divorce. I was fine with that. We got together in September of 2024, and she started staying over with me almost every night. As the holidays approached, she told me she would be spending them with her husband's family, because he didn't want to tell them that they were separated. This bothered me some, but I understood because she promised that afterwards, they would announce their divorce and she would go public with our relationship, telling her friends and family, so I let it go. It's December of 2025 and no one in her life other than our shared friends is aware that she is in a relationship with me. His parents are finally aware that they are separating as of recently, but no divorce papers have been signed. Months later, she had fully moved in and was living with me, but she was still going to their shared house to look after their pets even though she could have just taken them with her when she moved out because Chad didn't want them. She started to disappear there for hours on end while Chad was home and would not answer her phone. If I asked why she wasn't answering or went to their house to check on her, she'd rush outside to tell me she just fell asleep there by mistake. This did not just happen in the middle of the day either, it happened at all hours of the night. I also found out that she was still paying him rent on their shared house, even though she doesn't help me with our rent. She said it was just to support the pets, but I reminded her he didn't want them, so she should either take them or rehome them, but she needed to stop paying rent somewhere she doesn't live, to someone she's supposed to be separated from. The courts won't accept their separation if it looks like they were living together the entire time. They also continued to share insurance until very recently, again supporting the assumption that there has not been any real intention to separate or divorce Chad in the long run. She doesn't chip in for rent for our house. She uses my credit cards to buy trips, concert tickets, things for the house, gifts, etc. She does work full-time, but I have no idea where most of her money goes. I've asked that she help a little with the house chores since she is home much more than I am. She says she is too overwhelmed and tired to help out with basic chores around the house. I have been working double shifts almost daily to try to afford our rent and pay my credit card bills because she keeps buying things, but she still expects me to do the lion's share of the laundry, dishes, meals, caring for our pets, etc. This has become really draining on me, mentally, emotionally and financially. When I try to bring up my concerns or hurt feelings, she yells and screams at me. She talks over me so that I don't get any real chance to speak my mind. Then she usually cries and tries to make me feel guilty for bringing anything up so that I'll drop it. Sometimes, like with signing the divorce papers, she tells me she's working on fixing it, but then nothing happens. I have tried to hang out with my own friends one time, just to enjoy a chill night. She assumed I'd be talking to them about our recent issues, so she harassed me the entire time I was getting ready to go meet them for dinner and then started a huge fight when I got home, keeping me up until 4 a.m., knowing I had work at 7 a.m. the next day. One of my friends has mentioned that she does seem to keep me up late to argue a lot because it makes me too exhausted to fight back. She can nap during the afternoon, but I'm still working, so I am far more tired than she is when I don't sleep at night. I am starting to see this pattern and didn't realize it might be purposeful until my friend said something. The more I told my friends about things Brittany has done, the more they have said they see patterns of manipulation in her behavior based on some of their experiences in abusive relationships. Once, while we were being intimate, Brittany took Chad's phone call and made me stop what we were doing so she could talk to him instead before ending the call by telling him she loves him. She has blocked his number on numerous occasions after we have fights about them not getting divorced, not telling either of their families about the separation, me getting introduced as just a friend, etc. But every time it lasts for a few days or a week before she makes an excuse to unblock him and they're texting again. I have caught her texting him that she loves him and misses him countless times over the last year, but when I bring it up she says that since she's been with him since they were teenagers it's just hard to lose the friendship. When we were moving, I found love letters from him that she was hiding in the bottom of the nightstand. She adopted a dog that was supposed to be ours, but when she traveled out of town, she had a friend watch the dog instead of leaving it with me because the dog didn't know me well enough yet. Weeks later, when we both caught the flu, she had Chad watch the dog for a week. When I asked how he could watch the dog he supposedly had never met but I couldn't after living with the dog for the same amount of time she had, she confessed that Chad had indeed met the dog and actually spent a lot of time with them. A few mornings ago, I accidentally caught Brittany texting Chad and then deleting messages when she thought I was asleep. I tried to ask her about it and she told me that wasn't what I saw, even though she was lying in bed next to me and I had clearly seen her screen. Brittany has gone through my messages with my friends claiming that if I felt the need to see her messages with the husband she was supposed to have divorced over a year ago, she had the same right to my private conversations with friends. There is no concern that I am being unfaithful with these friends, she just wanted to see if I was telling them anything about our relationship or if they were talking shit about her. She has since brought up the messages in fights, even though there was nothing disrespectful to her at all. Recently, I have started to realize that she has made some efforts to separate me from some of my friends, ruining plans I had with them and then starting fights when I got frustrated or upset about it. I know isolation is a major manipulation tactic, but I also love her so much and I know she is still in a lot of pain from losing her father 15 years ago. I don't want to make excuses, but I haven't been in love like this before and it's hard for me to know if this is just part of being in a relationship with ups and downs and growing pains or if these are real reasons to get out. Please help.